Hello everyone, I'm back again with another video and I'm going to show you how I make this rust effect using various colors from dark to light in different shades of orange and browns, and using a sponge as my preferred method of application. I'm going to apply each color in layers. I'm also going to add some pigments for additional texture and color. Starting off with the dark brown, or at least the darkest color in this palette. I'm going to cover the entire surface since this will be my base coat. Any hard to reach areas like these, you can use a brush. This is what I got after it's dried. It looks a little grainy and patchy, but we're gonna fill in those spaces with more colors. Using this lighter color, I'm gonna apply it with the sponge as well. And I won't cover the whole thing because I want to show some of that brown undercoat. And we will do this for every color we apply. I would like to point out that at this stage you can't leave it like this. It looks great, it has a convincing rust effect, and it was really quick to do. However, I want to give it a little bit more texture, and that's why I'm going to apply 2 more colors. Using a small piece of sponge attached to a toothpick, I will apply orange rust first, and then a little bit of wood. Without overdoing it, I will only concentrate mostly around the areas where the bullet holes are at. Using this Vallejo wash, I'm going to unify all these colors. And I give a thin coat, followed by wiping it down, or wiping most of it off with a piece of tissue paper. Adding pigments of different tones and a little bit of cinnamon for texture, it's an optional step which I will show you. Just as I do with paints, I like to start off with the darker tones first. I dilute my pigments with alcohol. Don't try to use water, it's not going to work as well. Alcohol is the best thing to use. Using an old brush, I flick the pigments onto the surface in random spots. Here's the other optional step using cinnamon. Even though it doesn't break down as smooth as pigment does, but when mixing with alcohol, it gets clumpy, allowing that nice rough feel to it, making the rust effect very convincing. And that's my final pigment application. I'm going to use this red oxide just to break the monotone browns and burnt oranges I have here, just to give it a little bit more variation in color. And this I will do very lightly, just in random areas. To lock everything in place, I use a matte sealer. I use this for everything, and to cover all my dioramas and miniatures. Once it dried up, to dull it up even more, I gave it a matte varnish. And this also served as extra protection. as a little added touch, some exposed metal on the edges of the bullet holes. And just like that, the rust effects is very convincing with a few more light washes and grime. Stay tuned for next week since I will show you how to recreate chipping effects. Thanks for watching, until next time.